There are some things that can transform your life and can do it pretty quickly. And a lot of these things are completely free, and they're simply an act of reframing to make everything you do more efficient and more effective and allow you to return deeper to the design of God for your life. In hindsight, we know that life was simpler before, not easier by any stretch of the imagination, but clearer. People woke with the sun, they worked with their hands, they stepped out into a night sky that was filled with depth and wonder, uninterrupted by the pollution of light. They understood in a quiet and steady way that what they did each day mattered. And somewhere along the way, we've lost that. Over a couple generations, we've traded intention for numerous distractions. We've traded a sense of presence for constant noise, and we've traded the art of stewardship on the altar of convenience. And now so many people are feeling it. We are finally seeing it, and so many people are waking up and realizing what we've actually lost. Some of us might not even be able to put it into words, but we know it. We know when we sense that something is off. Maybe we even know that there's something coming, something on the horizon. And we're realizing that we were made for more than constant input. And this low-level simmer of exhaustion, this drifting along without a sense of purpose. So here's the truth that most people won't say. Your life, it doesn't change all at once. It changes in what you do with today, with the little moments of time. Scripture tells us in Ephesians 5:15-16, "See that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time." Redeeming the time, friends, that line always hits me so deeply. Not escaping the time, not wishing it away, but using it with intention. Because every day and every moment we are either building or we are tearing down. We are reframing the moments with intention, or we are just drifting along. We are investing, or we are consuming. We are becoming, or we are staying the same. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established." There is a design to this life, a rhythm that was created by the Maker, a way of living that was not intended to be chaotic or scattered, but grounded, intentional, and deeply rooted in purpose. The beautiful thing is, you don't have to fix everything today. You simply have to begin and have a willing heart, because small intentional steps taken consistently have a way of transforming everything. And this is what it looks like to return to clarity, to return to discipline that actually builds something, to return to the quiet, steady work of becoming exactly who you were created to be. So today, we're not going to talk about doing everything. We're going to talk about beginning, and beginning with purpose and intention.
Sung by flaming tongues above, praise the mount I'm fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming love.
So I am not going to tell you to stop scrolling. We're not going to be cliche, because the reality is, though, maybe it would be ideal for us all to suddenly be able to remove ourselves from the internet. That's really not practical advice for most people. So here's what I'm going to tell you instead. Become highly intentional with the time you spend on the internet, on social media, on the different apps and platforms. Because when we become highly intentional, we can actually begin to build something instead of allowing those spaces to tear down parts of our life. And you can learn. You can learn and learn to implement and really change your life. So depending on how you scroll and why you're going where you're going, that can change the entire experience. Mindless scrolling and beginning to get sucked into certain topics or certain things that are adding absolutely nothing to your existence other than anxiety, potentially depression or worry or fear or chaos, or just putting your life into a black hole where the time just evaporates. Going on there with the intention of becoming better or learning or being more creative or getting inspired by something, that is a good redemption of your time, and be very intentional about why you're doing it, how you're doing it, and where you're going when you get on those apps. A quick note, friends, this is not sponsored. This is just a coloring book that my friend Hannah did, my sweet, sweet friend Hannah. Very Little Women Spring meets Anne of Green Gables, Anne of the Island meets Pollyanna. So if you have a girl in your life that loves coloring, or you like to do some coloring in your self-care moments where you're trying to quiet your mind, and this is available on Amazon, the spring one, and then before we know it, the summer one will be coming out. Hannah, I love you. You did a great job, and this will be in the description box. Number 2 is to develop an investment mindset. That means that the decisions and the habits and the things that you're doing on a regular basis are rooted in the idea of investment and stewardship. Sometimes when we think of discipline and all of the things that we have to learn and do, we can get overwhelmed or it can feel burdensome. But if we can reframe those things as investments, and they begin to help the things in my life grow in the direction that I would like them to grow. So you're not just randomly doing things, you're investing. I have to exercise, right? You're investing into a stronger body. Or, oh, I have to eat nourishing food. I'm investing into my health and wholeness so that I can do X, Y, and Z. If I'm deciding to steward my money here and here, like I have to learn a skill and I'm going to invest some money into this course, or I want to invest money into this thing that I'm going to put on my land so that it can create something else instead of maybe going on this trip or doing that. Steward things correctly, that they multiply instead of divide. Am I investing in the right things? Am I seeing these things as an investment? And what are the things that are really important to me? The priorities of the things that I should be investing in, but maybe I'm not. Number 3 is learning how your body works. Learning how it works, not giving over all of your power to industries and letting other people tell you how it works. It doesn't mean it's wrong to go get encouragement and advice from people with certain backgrounds and education, but it is life transforming to learn how your body works. And see your body as this garden where you begin to learn the things to put into the garden for it to flourish and thrive, and what things, if you put them into the garden, causes the garden to wither. When you learn how the cells work, how the different organ systems work, how it all works as one holistic system, it is so empowering because you take back some of that control. And that way we don't just get hooked into a system that may or may not have our best interest at heart. It's about returning to the design of God, because when we learn what the design of God is and how to return to it in different areas of our life, we begin to feel this peace. And we begin to see things change and transform and heal on all of these different levels. And it's a really beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful process of refinement. If you want some help learning how your body works, I would love to help you. I have been recovering from multiple late-stage chronic illnesses for almost 30 years, and God has shown me so many things. He's done such tremendous healing in my life. I have my 30-day glow up reset, and every single day of this reset, there is a video encouragement from me, so you don't have to feel like you're walking it alone. So if you just need that kickstart and that reset and start to develop those foundational habits without any crazy detoxes, shenanigans, starvation, any of that, I got you right here. And if you want to go even deeper, I have my Lost Art of Healing course and community for ongoing connection and support. And hopefully this channel in general will help you learn so many things about returning to the design of God, including the upcoming series on biblical superfoods that we're going to be getting into so many things. Number 4 is returning to the lost art of living. As we're talking about returning to the design of God, how did God intend us to live? Now, in the modern world, some of this is very hard. However, as we are tending our little corner of the earth, what are the things that we can do to return in small ways to the design of God with the seasons, developing healing rhythms in our life? And all of this is connected. The intention, the investment mindset, learning the body, returning to the design. All of this is one beautiful connected system to begin to transform your life and see God do His incredible healing work. Bringing in simplicity, because the modern world is filled with a lot of chaos, hustle, rush, always doing something and always acquiring something. So whatever simplicity is going to look like in your life, one step towards simplicity, we need to start thinking about that. If there's an area of my life where there's just, why am I allowing so much chaos in this area of my life? Is there a step towards simplicity I could take? Definitely transformative. Number 5 is building a new skill. We are meant to learn. We are meant to grow. And this can cycle all the way back to number 1, where we want to be intentional with our scrolling and our online time. There's so much free stuff out there. Or sometimes you can invest a little bit of your money, you got the investment mindset, into learning something from someone else who's already gotten a transformation, and allow them to help you fast forward that skill. We see all through the book of Proverbs, skills and diligence, skills and diligence. This is what human beings were created for, and God wants to grow us in all sorts of ways. And there's something so satisfying about finally learning that new skill that you've been wanting to learn for years and just saying, this is the year I'm going to learn it. It can be something that seems really small and trivial, but it's not. Which leads us right into creating something. We are creative beings. We are made in the image of the Creator of all things. He is the ultimate creative. And we are made in His image. So we have creativity inside of us. All of us do. Even if you don't feel super artistic, you have an element of creativity inside of you. And this comes out of all of us in different ways. And it's important for us to nurture that part of ourself, to take the skill that we're learning and to implement it into creating something. Number 7 is nourish yourself. Become a more fully nourished person with what you are eating, with what you are drinking, with what you are listening to, with what you are watching. Begin to take things in that fully nourish. We can take things into our life that are devoid. They are empty calories. Again, this is not just stuff that we're eating, though that is so important to learn how to fully nourish yourself so that those internal natural built-in healing mechanisms of the body can begin to activate. But this is true of the mind also, because the mind was also designed to heal. And it was designed to make new connections, but we have to take in things that are nourishing the connections, the proper ones, so that we can become a more nourished person. So are we taking in things that are empty calories? Are we just consuming fast food? Or are we taking things into our life that is going to nourish us on every single level so that we can be the most efficient and effective and productive that we can be? It leads us to number 8, which is to guard what you let in, to guard the eye gate, the ear gate, the heart, and the mouth. Because all of these things make up who we are. All of these things determine how effective we're going to be. to do the purposes of God. This can even be in relationships. This can be with healthy boundaries. If we are not guarding the garden and anything and everything can come in, there will be consequences to that. Just like there is a natural good consequence to nourishing, there is a natural negative consequence to not guarding the garden and letting every predator in, letting everything come into it. The eye is consuming darkness, the body will be filled with darkness. So guarding what we allow into the garden is transformative and it's important. Number 9 is choosing consistency over intensity. I do actually talk about this a lot over on my Homespun Income channel about building income online, where consistency is more important than intensity or virality. Becoming someone who has consistency in our habits. I also talk about this in The Lost Art of Healing. As your body or mind is trying to heal from something, it needs you to be boring. We just use that word. It needs you to be boring. It needs you to do the same good healing thing over and over and over again so that it can relearn that that is a safe thing, that that is a safe environment, that there is peace in this area, that this is what you're going to be doing from now on. It has to relearn and retrain. So consistency over the long run is actually more sustainable and valuable than a burst of intensity. And that's why, like with the 30-day reset, I don't do harsh detoxes. I teach you how to do gentle daily detoxing as a lifestyle, because that is more effective long term than some really intensive detox, which can be dangerous depending on your body. And that I have seen really as a thread, like a consistent theme throughout a lot of different areas of life. And number 10, anchor your life in God, meaning He is the center. It is the soil, and everything grows forth from the soil. He is the CEO. He is the center. When we are anchored in that truth and we commit those plans to the Lord, then He can direct our path. And when we're not floundering out here trying to figure everything out on our own, trying to determine our own direction. I mean, when I was doing things on my own, Lord have mercy. Okay, we're not going to get into all that right now, but I can tell you it's way better. Life anchored in God. When we stop saying, this is my relationship with God, this is work, this is my health, this is my this. No. God, the healing journey comes forth from that. The business comes forth from that. And when we anchor everything in God and we run everything by Him and everything through Him, and we're talking to Him all throughout the day, that is the most transformative of anything that you could do in your life. I appreciate you. I love you. And Lord willing, I will see each and every one of you beautiful and precious souls right here on the next one. Bye, friends. Mwah.